months. Now it's fucking online access. Some arsehole could sign up today and refund tomorrow, still got the stuff. But I have 60 days absolutely unconditional, and then the next 10 months is just prove to me that you tried something in one of the 27 modules over that time. And if you think I'm full of shit, I'll give you your money back. It doesn't happen.
And the last thing I'll say for you guys then, it's not immediate, but for now, is this stuff to focus on, is get the money coming in, get the basics in place. What's the name, theme of your bootcamp or program? Like,
It's One Hard Fitness, but the
One
Hard Fitness is the name of the company.
One hard.
One Hard.
One heart.
One heart.
Like one heart.
One's hard, one's hot, yeah.
That's
What does that mean?
The program is Onset 21. It's
Onset
21 day challenge.
Okay, so again, just for now, like get this, dial the numbers in. This stuff logistically will get you further than most in your town. But to go 10x, what you guys need to start thinking about a bit more longer term the rest of this year. Once this is dialed in, you're comfortable. You've got to start thinking about some real branding, because you guys, you're edgy. You've got lots of character, personality, and depth. You don't look like the average trainers. You need to go all in on that. Don't try and disregard your uniqueness and fit into the regular mold. You just need to break away and go all in on, fuck yes, look who we are, right? Yeah. You both got edgy looks. You both, and to be like Onset 21 means fuck all to me, right? One Hard Fitness, I don't know. I don't know, right? To me, that doesn't really clearly match up to who you guys are or what you could be. So I think, and this is the next level. I was talking earlier about one of our clients, Ben Griffiths, who's done this magically well. You guys all know Ben? He's come to the last couple of events. So Ben Griffiths runs a men's program, and so he was doing well, right? He put his prices up to 120 a month, and men's boot camp. And that's a niche, right? But I was like, you need to go beyond that now. To really crush your town, you've got to own a theme or a brand, right? It's not just men's fitness. It's like, what is the ultimate epitome or label? And now he created the Spartan Warriors. And his gym is actually it's actually called the Coliseum. It's called come and train at the Coliseum. There's no boot camp, there's no large group personal training, there's nothing wrong with these terms.
Any orgies?
Huh?
Any orgies?
Milk baths, right? It's a commercial place in the middle of town, and the outside walls are all like painted as the Coliseum. It's called the Coliseum, not John's Fitness Business or Ben's Fitness. He totally fucking owns that theme and that brand, and he charges £190 for a 4-week intro program, and then charges $150 a month for large groups after that, right? Because it's not large groups, you're trained on the Sparta Warrior program in the Coliseum. If you're a prospect on the phone, who the fuck are you going to compare him to? I noticed my local LA Fitness is only £40 a month. Do they have a Spartan Warrior Coliseum program? No. Right? Let me check. No, they don't. Right? So that's just category of one, and that's going now beyond fitness. He's gone because he's understood boot camps, large training. Up till now, we've coasted because it's new enough that we're different to gyms. But now you've got gyms, and those guys in the Mastermind group. I posted that article. I was at a commercial gym in Miami, and I saw their industry magazine, and I swiped it from behind the desk. And there was an article in there about big chains. Yeah. Big chains now are targeting they are cashing in on the boutique market. Boutique means what you're doing, smaller groups charging double. They're buying up all the equipment faster than you can. They'll never deliver the result you do, but they'll take the market share. It'll take a long time for the customers to realize they've been duped. You don't want to add an extra 6 months to your client waiting time, right? And so guys like Ben are realizing you need to go the next level up is own that total uniqueness and that brand, and that's a community tribe. It's not, oh, we're all bootcamp members. No, it's we're Spartan warriors in the Coliseum, right? Language, culture, everything. It's it's like Universal Studios in there. It's crazy, right? And so I'm not saying now all just go and come up with crazy names or anything. You've got to think hard about this. It's going to be really real to you. But start thinking about that.
Do you know how many people he's got in there?
a couple of hundred. He signed up at his launch we did for it, he signed up like 80 odd people.
What he probably could do is once you get, even now, is do like a special 100 club or something like that, right? Where, and you can all, I mean, I'm doing this myself on my Toe Cracker 100. It's $500 a month, right? And obviously, I'm not out to build that overnight, right? Just one person a week, the right person over 2 years.
We've done that with Brian Carey, just launched that with Brian and Carey actually. The Mindset Coding, we've come up with what we call the Quan 10 Quan program. This is like their highest level VIP thing now, which is literally like 3 masterminds a year with them and 2 one-on-one days with them for like 20 grand a year. And you know, and they're like, what about the funnel? I'm like, this is a reverse funnel. I said, the only way to find out about this is because you will write a personal sales letter invitation to the people you want in that club. So now certain, they know the people already, there's a lot of big names from the Genius Network, like Joe Polish, they're going to be writing a handwritten sales letter, for lack of a better word, where it's like, this is what we have, this is why we're approaching you specifically.
Your private invitation, or your personal invitation.
And also getting the significance of like this, here's why we think you will bring value to this community, this 10 people, and I want you as part of it, and here's the value and here's the offer, right? And they're going to go in, and they're going to like handwrite a letter and mail it out with a personalized video to the 20 people on their list to get 10 people to pay 20 grand each, and they're going to do that next week.
And they'll probably get more than the 10 want to sign up. It's like I did an event with, well, you know about the new event coming up, Drayton Bird. It's like the dinosaur of direct response in my industry. It was almost 2 years ago in Bristol, and it was around, I think, early bird special £1,500 to go for the 2 days. And when I'm looking at the sales letter, I said, we need to have a VIP dinner, right? And he didn't know what to charge. I said, it's easy, £1,000. We had 10 people. We sold the first 10 tickets VIP, an extra £1,000. Sure, the VIP's got some bonus shit, but they're really paying for that £1,000 to have dinner with him and myself, right? And it sold out. He said, what do we do? I said, well, we have a golden ticket offer at $6.97 because we don't want to piss the people off who are paying £1,000 for dinner. We can have a dinner with them as well, but they don't get all the same bonus stuff. That sold out. Right, the event I'm doing with him in August and a lot of other copywriters, we're doing a VIP day, same thing. First set of 37 people get the VIP day with the speakers and the big piss up I'm doing on the beach, and they're paying an extra grand for that. People want to have that exclusivity and part to belong. Like in my case with the 100, if you sign up and you stop paying and you're out, you don't get back in, it's your call, but you can't get back in and you lose your spot.
Does that make sense to you guys about that? And I'm not putting urgency on you, like, don't think your life's a mess or anything now because you haven't got that. It's high echelon stuff, but you guys have already broken the mold. Like you have it, like you just have it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. That's the good thing. If I could write it down, it wouldn't be unique. But you have it, but it doesn't feel like you're expressing it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
That's the cool thing about branding. It's very hard to actually explain. You just get it or you don't. And I think you guys can definitely tap into that once you get your basic numbers dialed in. That'll work just as well. But to own it, because we're not doing things by average here, we want the best for all of you guys. So,
Yeah.
good? Confident?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Steve next and have a break from fitness for 5 minutes.
Is it a break from fitness? I'm going back that way.
Oh. All right, someone else then. Oh, well, wherever you are, mate, wherever you are.
As in, roughly my journey was many years in the fitness industry, coach, competitive athlete, training provider. Landed on softer pastures, realised I was at war with myself for many years and spent a lot of time doing the mindset. Huge amount of coaches, very rewarding work. But an interesting thing there is I've realised the benefits of both, as in this kind of hybrid mind-body performance.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah, I mean the thing is as well, it's well and good being at peace, but not if your body's a train wreck. For me, there's a level of ownership missing there. You'll be quite pleased that I booked an Airbnb last weekend and filmed 12 hours of content, 2 courses ready to go on Thinkific, currently being edited. Systems as well, Kill Day Weber, got Thrivecart, No, active campaign,
campaign.
and for campaigns,
Big
for
boy
my
now.
business. A couple of other bits, lots to learn. I'm under no illusion that it's a click your fingers and done in 2. You've got 6 months of work. Also, content-wise, it isn't clear yet, but it's much clearer than it was, because with that avatar being more specific on what I do for them, I can then really target the branding, the content, the message, rather than it being... So actually, I threw a post out and said, right guys, be honest, what do I do? Some knew, some didn't. And I said, well, that's fantastic, because unless you stand out from the noise, you don't exist.
So you're looking for that avatar right now? Are you trying to
No,
clarify it?
I'm much
or
clearer, because I think...
what's the name?
Where it's not Mary who's 43 from Croydon and needs to drop the dress size. I'm more going in for... I'm looking at something like the coach's secret weapon, which is really looking at a 5% tweak on coaches that are already in a good place.
You want to work with other coaches?
Yeah, other coaches.
What type of coaches?
Do I extend,
What do you mean,
PTs, business owners, that kind of stuff? Do I go the entrepreneur route? Potentially. But I'm looking at people that have already had a big level of success, that are now looking for the 5% tweak that is a game changer.
On themselves or on their clients?
On themselves, to then have that impact on their clients.
On what result themselves? With fitness, with mindset, performance?
Potentially both, but obviously if they're already in that arena, I see it more as being mindset than fitness.
Okay, so it's like performance coaching, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And you're set on that, yeah? That's okay. And that's what the product is.
Married. It was very difficult for me to realize. Obviously, you understand it when you've been through
What
it.
type of coach? Because a big varies in coaches here, right? So it's not
What,
really
as
defined
in
yet.
what I do or who I do it for?
Who you're looking at? What kind of coach? Is it,
That's where I'm at the moment, because
is it Sally running up down the beach? I'm an abundance coach, but I have no money. Or is it like I'm a worldwide speaker making 10 million a day, but my life's a
I'd
mess?
move from the tire kickers and really look at. I think I got a nice tag. It's for the person that's had success, but almost.
Do you know who is the person?
Not yet. Lost themselves in the process, if that makes sense.
Who's
The
one-
bank balance is great, but.
Who is one person, if you want to name names, but do you know
name names.
Is there one person you can pick out right now that he should be my client? or
Not
she
yet,
should?
because a huge amount of my clients are still PTs and coaches with the odd specific mindset for a certain problem.
Well, I don't know what Trevor thinks, but for me, I've always said, if you don't know one specific real person that would be the ideal client, you haven't got it defined down yet. It's a concept otherwise.
Holding my hand up there. That's why I'm going back into
So do
area
you know?
one.
So do you know? There must be an example of one person that's made you inspired in this way, right?
Well, I helped the head coach for the national taekwondo team open up his full-time facility.
So you helped him with business then, yeah? Was that
His mindset that I actually got him to walk around this place, and 18 months later the mayor opened it, and he actually said, and this guy's the reason we're here today. Bit humbling.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know who you're going to sell to, you're pretty fucked. You've got to work that out, Sounds obvious.
Yeah.
But do you have anybody within your Facebook group that, we discussed last time, that you might be able to sort of do some case studies, guinea pigs, and see if you can work out who the hell this is ideal for?
Quite a few. Past clients, yeah, definitely. Other coaches.
Well, then why not try it with them?
I will.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to start throwing some shit at the wall and you refine it from there. I started off helping coaches, consultants, experts, teachers, speakers, thought leaders, blah, 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 right? And then I've refined it down and down and down and down to from fitness professionals, to fitness and health and life coaches, down to fitness and health coaches, down to fitness coaches, down to fitness coaches with physical facilities, down to fitness coaches with physical facilities doing 5,000 to 15,000 a month with no profit and want to scale them to 50,000 with profit.
Yeah. Honest response is this part's so fucking difficult because it's so important.
Yes, but it doesn't need, it's making the decision is the hard part. Having the options probably isn't, because you must know people who want to help.
Almost doesn't want to push people away.
And you won't.
Boom.
Are you a fitness pro with a facility doing 5 to 15k a month, aiming to scale to 50 grand with a 5% profit? No, but you're still here. It's my white hot center.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want a load of drones, like Attack of the Clones, are all the same people. But it's a white hot center that will gravitate the core of my revenue from those people. And now, and what's funny is, I'll get in this content challenge in it, which I've said, it's a content challenge for Fitpros. I've got about 10 non-Fitpros doing it, who've come and said, can I do it too? I'm not a Fitpro, but I'd love to do it, because I know your shit's so good. Right? And same with like, if you target, I said, don't target men and women, just target women, and you do such a good job with that, ironically, they'll start saying, can my husband come along? They see how great the results you're getting, right? It's like nightclub marketing, you know, bring the chicks, they'll bring the dicks. And so yeah, it's just a white hot center, because if and you're not going to leave money on the table, right? But the white hot center, until you have that, you can't really write or communicate anything to anyone. It's a general concept. You need to, you know, when you're writing a tweet or an Instagram post or sales copy or anything, you've got to write with like a photograph on your desk of that person in mind. You know, that's what I'll do. I'll think I'm talking to someone like James is my perfect client, right? And he knows, because he's always cringing when I'm talking, right? The more they wince, the more I know I'm talking their language, right? And that's that's the perfect guy I can help, right? And I will get the most benefit. You're all going to benefit, but someone like James and maybe like you guys as well, that facility, those overheads, are going to benefit the fastest and in the biggest way. But you see, then you do get the extra layers of people will come anyway. So you're not leaving money on the table.
So the next question then, would the best use of my time with you call-wise be digging down into that?
Yes, but I think it's been long enough now. We need to get it into grips and just start testing something. Like Trev said, maybe just take 5 or so people it could be, and throw it out and see who responds. And then you receive like working with them.
Throw what out?
An offer.
Right.
My observation of you from a business perspective is that you procrastinate. Would that be a fair assessment? Because we had a lot of discussions last month, and it's just get in there and fucking do something, right? And if something doesn't quite work, you can fix it.
And the funny thing is, that was exactly my approach as an athlete.
Yeah, but you're doing it to them, but you know, like, it's like their own shit, you know, the carpenter does his own home last. Right, sometimes just got to throw shit at the wall. It's not perfect. Yeah, there might be some fuck ups, or it just might work perfectly. You don't know, but just get in there and get something done. And I think, you know, again, if your group's as active as still as what it was a month ago, which I'm sure it is, for your engagement, there's going to be gold in there that you can use to really work out who the hell this is perfect for, and then you can, you know, go from there.
You're getting paid. You're getting paid to test now.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Like, you'll put this, I think to me that's the step. Start with your white hot center, your ideal. Put the offer out there. Get a few people that might not be exactly what you want, but do they first respond to the offer first of all? Because that means if you're not ultra specific, it means the offer still has room for improvement.
Yeah.
But if people, it's somewhat general, but 10 people still respond and pay you $600, that's the first step. Okay, does my offer hook the bait? Second, then it's right, now how do I feel working with these 10 people? Which ones did I like? Which ones did I like but I can't really help them, they're just not ready for me, or I'm not ready for them? You know, which ones did I not like, or which ones did I get a good result for but I fucking hated working for them? And which ones are in the middle, the sweet spot, the ones that had a big result out of this and were gracious and loved it, and I also enjoyed doing that work with them. And then it's, the rest of you guys, thanks, fuck off, it's me and you now. And then, hey, you must know 5 people just like you. Where are they? Because everyone knows 5 people exactly like they are.
Can you get an offer out next week?
Yeah.
Okay. See how it goes, mate.
Yeah. Step 1, and then momentum.
Copy doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
Right, just get it out there.
Better done than nothing.
Yeah, just work out what they're going to get for the offer.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that good? Let's do it. Let's crack on. All right, James.
Cool. I'm James. Hi everyone. I think I haven't met you guys before. Did I met you last time? You the last one? It's good to meet you all. I've been watching your videos. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I run a gym called the Evolution Project. I have an absolutely amazing product, amazing gym. I'm going to start with the positives. Everything's great, guys. Like tears in my eyes. Sorry, this is Peter from Peter Fitness. It's big film, yeah. So basically, I've been implementing your stuff every day. So I just started with the books. And I just made 1% changes every day, like every single day. I'm really tired because of this. And we had our best ever month, like last month we sold like 40 people into like £450 plus programs.
I love your investment ever.
This is going to end in tears, I'll just say this is what I'm building you up first. Come on guys!
Can you come and cry in front of the cameras and let me feel the emotion?
I launched a 28-day program front end offer, and and I completely screwed it up, and I spoke to Justin on the phone, and he managed to like give me some stuff on how to sell it at the end, because I was like, I've got loads of people, I've signed up 50 people, and I told them about touch points and like making the offer and like value stacking. My team hated it, and I was just like, the value, the stack, like, added on, and we converted 35%, which I was really chuffed about. But the big thing that was really amazing was I couldn't believe it, was fighting for customers leaving. So we spoke on the phone, you said, don't let people go, like, you know. So we started doing this thing, man. Customers would be like, yeah, I'm leaving, it's because of this. And I'd be like, no, come speak to me. You can't go, like, you know, and this stuff. And I would like upgrade them to something that didn't really cost me much money. I'd be like, join our semi-private program. I know, you know, what you're just not feeling at the moment. We'll get you motivated again. This is unbelievable. We like saved like, you know, 6 or 7 people out of like, you know, 20. They're still coming, you know, and just bending things around a little bit and just being flexible, like you said. So that's been like an absolute crazy one for me.
Great.
So everything's brilliant. That's it, I'm done. No, so then basically we did profit first. So I was sort of like, you know, I've avoided my finances really, really badly, to the point that sort of my accountant gets pretty pissed. He says I have a cavalier attitude to money.
Cavalier, generous to me.
Yeah. So basically I did my profit first, and I went in to see my accountant, and I was like, wow, I'm going to get this accountant, can't wait to tell her all about this. And she was like, oh, you need to sit down. I was like, sit down? Like, what? She was like, sit down. So she started telling me and crunching me my numbers, and she pointed out a few debts that I've been missing, corporation tax for a couple of years, my personal income. I did the opposite. I watched the video too late. Don't spend your money. Wait, buy a nice, respectable car and respectable house. I'm up there loving life at the moment. And so I've been like, yeah, so basically when I was speaking to my voice was actually cracking, which I was embarrassed about. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, I started like choking. So basically, I've got a huge debt. So I went into completely that mode. That was cringeworthy when you were talking about it, because I was just literally like, oh God, this is exactly what I've done. And my team, I think because I just like took control of everything. I was like, boom, we're launching this product. And I was like, we can't even finish that. I was like, shut up, launch the product.
Yeah, by the way, that's a trait of visionary types, like you and the rest of you guys. When under stress, you become very autocratic.
Yeah.
Which means under stress, you dive in and try and take control.
Take a picture of these looks and we're getting
Integrate. Whereas integrators' stress response is usually avoidance. Just so you know for the future. Right?
Yeah, that's cool. So basically my accountant told me I've got a load of debt. I'm trying to sort it out. It's all good, it's going to be fine. But I need to sort of like up my monthly income to 55 grand, although he's probably going to tell me I don't need to do that. I need to sort out my back
You need
end.
to write your profits.
Yeah,
Profit
exactly.
piece.
Yeah, that kind of will boost my profit. So
Have you spoken to Arato yet then on this?
No, I'm avoiding Arato now because I had a really great chat with I had a really great chat with Sean Paul, and we got it all kicked off. And
You avoid the integrated stuff,
Yeah.
and you get autocratic on the visionary stuff, right? We have a advanced debt management program, because believe it or not, other businesses are in debt too.
Really?
Yeah, we've found a couple of them actually, right?
Oh,
and so,
okay.
what we do is, you know, the allocation system, like
Yeah.
we probably have an extra one for you, which would be about debts, and we have a rolling momentum debt program where you look at your debts.
Really?
She'll go through it all, but you start with you don't start with the biggest debts, you start with the smallest ones to knock off, start getting a psychological win of momentum. So the easiest ones to pay off, we'll start putting allocations to those first.
Yeah.
We have to shave off like 2% off your owner's comp, you know, maybe a couple of percent, 2%. Take 2.5% off owner's comp and 2.5% off OPEX.
Yeah.
You save that there. Now we've got 5% extra revenue to start putting towards debt management.
Yeah.
Start with the smallest debts and boom, one is knocked off.
Yeah.
And then as you're also being more lean in the business and you're growing too, you can increase that amount. So the debts, you start looking at bigger and bigger debts, but your allocation amount to cover those debts goes bigger too.
Right, okay.
And then it should kind of, like a
That'd be
Pac-Man
awesome.
system, just
Well,
swallows
get back
it.
to it then.
Yes, that's
I
why
thought I was
we
getting
do it.
roasted.
Well, you are, but that's why we're doing it. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
So
that was my thing, like that was my big thing that made me a little bit grey this month, and I did that thing, that entrepreneurial thing that was really cringeworthy, so I'm annoying the whole team at the moment.
look, guys, I guess it's like when we pick up residual habits, right? Because when you go from like 0 to 5k or 0 to 10k a month, you can get away with this shit, right? Because you haven't got to look at the cracks. When you start then having bigger overheads, more structure, facilities, more outgoings, you have people working there, you're gonna hit it. Like you can't keep building, you can't keep growing and building on something that has a cracked foundation because the floor is gonna blow up underneath you at some point. And so it's fucking tough. Like I know we've all been there, right? But like there comes a point now, like you're so far in, the longer it goes, the harder it gets to solve it, right? But it's at a point now. It's not just you anymore. No. It's not you and your solopreneur venture. No. If you're on your own, no dependents, and fuck around, do what you like. Put your life in a fucking mess, whatever. But when you've got then like team members and suppliers and landlords and your family riding on this, you just gotta face up to the music, and it won't be as painful as you think it will be. Because it's not the amount of debt or the numbers we're afraid of. We're afraid of the uncertainty. Same way there's something wrong, you've got a lump somewhere, but you won't go to the doctor. Right? Because you're just afraid of hearing what it could be. But as soon as you're told, even if it's bad, you're like, you'll feel a release because you're like, at least I know what it is. I can put a plan together to solve it now. You're now gaining power back.
That's true,
As soon as you know the reality, you gain power back.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you become another victim, right? So when you just, here it is. When someone says, right, here it is. You've got this much debt to pay. We can do it in about 9 months. You're gonna have to make these savings somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
At least you're like, okay. No one's died. Right?
That's true. I thought when I was going to get to the profit first, it was all going to be a shambles then, because I was like, I'm going to have a massive debt. How can I sort this out with, like,
It's just a business diet, It's like, you're fat, you're going to have a health problem. We just need to start shaving off 500 calories a week. You're like, okay, well that sucks, but at least we're not living in fear and uncertainty anymore of what's going to happen. I'm doing something about it now. And
definitely.
So.
And my question for today was, I had a bit of a revolution in my team. The big one for today was, if you have the time, was just about my team. I have a really amazing team, and they started asking to be paid for PT.
Not paying them?
Pardon? No, yeah, exactly. So basically we've had this like revolution. All of a sudden everyone approached me and they were like, a couple of comments were like, I'm making you so much money, people were saying. And I was just like, but I was like, yeah, it's great, you're doing so good. And we have a couple of really PTs that do excel. I'm trying to build that culture, and I kind of have built that culture that people love the business and they love my clients. But now I've just had this revolution where I was in the meeting yesterday and the team leader, my manager, my right-hand man, bastard, was like, right, we think we should be getting paid for PT.
Okay.
And
what do you mean PT? They're not paid for PT? What do you mean? Like
so I basically they're full time. They get paid for everything. They get paid holidays. They have a really good time. They're probably the best paid in the area.
Right.
And what I've boiled it down to is I don't think I've given them enough progression, because I don't really. They have one-to-ones with the manager, but I don't really.
Let's break it down, right?
Yeah.
Identity.
Yeah.
Do you know the 4 identities, right? Employee, solopreneur, entrepreneur, and they're not. That's not technical roles. That's mindsets.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you can be entrepreneurial minded without being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
When I say investor, like Lorraine's not an investor.
Yeah.
But she's investor minded, right?
Yeah.
You can be employee minded but still run a business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you know the identity types that all your team individually belong to?
I don't actually know.
Well, they're probably solopreneur minded.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they feel entitled. This is module 1.
Yeah.
What anyone else know? What drives a solopreneur? What emotion? Some of you must have watched the content or read the books.
I started in the sales bit. I'm a good way through, but
Ego.
I need to go back.
Right? Just write them.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
is important,
definitely.
guys. You don't get this right, you don't understand people, and you won't build a business, right? Ego drives a solopreneur. Fear drives the employee-minded person, but ego and entitlement drives solopreneurs.
Definitely a couple there.
Because they believe their time is attached to their money. I'm doing more time, I deserve more money now for showing up.
Yeah.
Not based on the value of work they do, right?
Yeah.
So you have a culture there, you've attracted and retained solopreneur-minded people, which will always be a problem for you, right? Because of this. And be aware of that, aware of their drivers. The hard thing is though, it's like you've attracted the wrong type of team member. Is it the same way you can, if you attract the wrong client or a toxic
I think
client?
it's just a couple that have now started talking to everyone. We should be
Takes
paid.
one weed.
We should be paid for PT. Like, I've got a couple who've never.
If there's one person in your business
Yeah.
that makes everyone else miserable,
Yeah.
they have to go.
Yeah.
It takes one weed
Yeah.
to kill the whole garden,
Yeah.
right? You can't grow
Yeah.
without one person because the negativity will spread faster than positivity and it'll toxify everything, right?
Yeah.
Just like same answer, if you have a toxic client,
Yeah.
client who's bitching, who's complaining, doesn't want to pay the full amount,
Mm.
fucking Tony Robbins them if you want to,
Yeah.
but is it worth the fucking energy, right?
There's an idea that posted yesterday about why you have to sack your best team members. Is that you?
Not your worst team member, probably.
No, someone posted yesterday about why having to sack your best team member or something along those lines. I thought it should.
Not sure. But as long as you're aware of that, first of all,
Yeah,
and you
okay,
have to
that's
come
a
to
good
the
point.
fact that, so this is what the first step we do a lot of the time, and then you come to vision and core values, right?
Mm.
Because now you have a vision for the company,
Yeah.
that solopreneurs are not aligned with your vision usually.
Yeah.
Employee, many people will be, because they want to work for a company. They want
Yeah.
security and benefits, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll help you fulfill what you want.
Yeah.
Solopreneurs are generally, they're not team players. They're like leeches on your business
Yeah.
to get themselves somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they think they have to, because they're in scarcity, right?
Yeah.
So your vision now of the company the vision of your company has to align with the personal vision of every person that comes into it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it's not going to be a good fit.
Yeah.
Like your vision for your gym on the client level is like, we want to help people transform their mindset and
Yeah.
feel good about themselves. If the client's goal is, I want to transform my body and feel good about myself, it's a good match. You should probably come and work out with us.
Yeah.
If they're like, I want to be a world champion bodybuilder, it's like,
Yeah.
not quite what we do, right? Same thing with your team members. So you're going to find now as well, this is why we don't have a vision in place, because we know our team aren't going to give a fuck.
Mm.
And it's hard to approach it, but you have
Yeah.
to hit reset,
Yeah.
go to your team.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we've been doing some thinking and next
Yeah.
steps of the business. This is the vision we're aiming for now.
Mm.
These are the core values and what we expect of anyone we're going to hire, train,
Mm.
reward and fire people based on the core values.
Yeah.
And the core values are the traits we use to achieve the vision.
Yeah.
And our culture is going to only include people that are in line with that.
Yeah.
We've had to do it pretty much every gym I get involved in. We have to have this reset, like
Yeah.
things are changing.
Yeah.
It's time to
Mm.
decide, are we in or 100% in or 100% out?
Yeah.
And we said, this is the vision. These are the type of people we're looking for. Someone who's dedicated to this company,
Yeah.
who wants to build a career with us,
Yeah.
you know, who wants to work to learn, not just work to earn.
Yeah.
Whatever your values are.
Yeah.
You know, mine are pretty good. That's who you have to decide. Who is your ideal team member? Who's your avatar team member? Someone who is
Yeah.
like young, hungry to learn, respects you, loves what you've created, would love to be a trainee under you, wants to push your vision further,
Yeah.
wants to be loyal to a company.
Yeah.
That's your ideal team member, right?
Yeah.
And we're just saying, look, this is line in the sand. This is who we're looking for.
Mm.
Now, most of your team are probably going to go, that sounds really shit, that's not for me.
Mm.
Blah, what they'll think about what they're losing, it'll trigger them. One or two might be like, that sounds pretty cool, yeah, I'm up for that.
Mm.
But the majority, if you've built this culture, will probably be like, what do I get out of that, right? And if they can't see the long-term vision, then they have to go.
Yeah.
You've identified who are the toxic, not that they're bad people, they're just not
Yeah,
lined
that's
up
it.
with what you
Basically,
want.
we've done this, Justin. We've got a really cool culture book, and when they come in, we have like our vision on the wall. Everyone could say it and know it, hopefully, although whether they believe it, I don't know. But the
Because their
person,
personal vision aligned with
the
the company
person,
vision.
the two people in contact, they are great coaches. Like people love them, but I've definitely noticed a big bit of ego going around, like competitive with sort of with personal training and sort of like and. Yeah, the attitude. I don't get on with these people as well as the other trainers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you like them, that just means they like our coaches, right?
Yeah.
But they'll still fuck off and go somewhere else with them. It gives
Yeah.
them, that boosts their ego even more,
Yeah,
right? So again, you have to go back. Is their vision in line
yeah,
with your company vision?
yeah, yeah,
And we also need to be, again, treating our team members like clients, which
Yeah.
means we have everyone only on contractors or only on 90-day contracts.
yeah.
We renew every 90 days.
Okay.
Right, to kind of get around some tax purposes, but also because if you put them on a just set rolling thing, HMRC might say they're employees, you should
Yeah.
put them as such. So we do like
Yeah.
6 months or 3 month
Yeah.
rotating different contracts just
Yeah.
to vary things up.
Yeah.
But more importantly, it's because we actually set goals and projections with the team. We're mentoring them.
Yeah.
They have their own goals, right? So we'll have like next quarter with each team member, a one-on-one with them. Hey, here's the 90-day contract, and what outcome do you want? How do you want to develop personally and professionally in 90 days with our company?
Yeah.
Do you want to be running seminars in 90 days? Do you want to be doing more sessions? Do you want to be managing the be a manager? Like, where do you want to go and grow in this company, and we can then aim to achieve that and track our results in 90 days, like you're mentoring them. This is how they're going to stay with you. But if they are like, don't have any goals apart from just more money.
Yeah.
And is that you bringing with all your marketing, bringing those clients? And anyway, they're not
that's
getting
what I tried
off
to
their
explain. I was
doing
like,
anything.
seriously, I was like, yeah, I'm bringing the clients in.
Well, that's the difference.
Some of my long-term clients, some are sort of like been there for ages, and like, yeah, it's all the marketing, the sales.
Well, that's the next thing I would talk about, really, right? Because the first thing is, do you have that growth? They need growth first of all.
That's what I'm worried about.
And do they? And first,
I don't think they know where they're going. They're
do
just,
they, and the first thing is, yeah, do they want growth with you?
Yeah.
Because if they do, you'll see them squirm. If you're trying to do this, like you know, with a client who doesn't really want to grow,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're like, let's do this plan. And they're like, but I can't. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
You'll see they want to be a victim. They don't want to grow. And that means they just want to do their own thing. They don't want to commit to you
Yeah.
because they'll feel like they're not getting their own stuff done then.
Yeah.
So if they're not excited about the opportunity,
Yeah.
their vision does not match your vision, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
Yeah.
the first thing. Have
Yeah.
these 90-day goals. That'll tell you enough straight away. Are they on board
Yeah.
and excited?
So I need to have a meeting
Or they're
saying,
resistant.
what do you want in the next 90
Yeah.
days?
If they're resistant to commit to you to grow, that's a big red flag straight away.
Okay.
They're telling you, right? They're like, I don't
Okay.
want to commit to this. The next thing then is team communication. Are you having weekly team meetings?
I'm not, my manager is.
Right. So who's enrolling them in the vision?
But who is?
Enrolling your team in the vision every week and keeping check on the culture. Remember, are they demonstrating the core values in the vision?
Yeah.
Whose job is it to sell the vision?
Yeah, I was kind of doing that for the first 2 years of the culture book, and now I'm just sort of like.
Whose job is it to sell the vision?
Well, it's mine, isn't it?
It's yours, not your manager's.
Yeah.
So your job or his job, track the numbers.
Yeah.
The internal, right? Your job to sell their clients, right? Your team members or your new clients. You've got to, don't you have to keep selling your clients on the power of losing weight and the benefits?
Yeah.
You have to keep selling them. On a Sunday night when they're lazy, you have to keep selling come in Monday morning.
Yeah.
When they've lost 10 pounds, you have to sell them on hitting more performance-based goals now and sticking with it, not being like, oh, I'm happy now. You have to keep selling your clients on adherence. Same with your team members, right? You have to keep selling on the vision. Here's where we're going. Here's how you fit into this. Here's what I want for you.
Yeah.
I'm selling you guys all the fucking time. I have to sell you guys on growing your businesses, right? Because we know it, but we need a push, right, now and then.
Yeah.
And you're going to be doing the same thing with your team, right? The talk I just had with you there, and like pumping you guys up about dominating, that's the same talk I have with my team. And they don't respond with, oh, can we get a pay rise though? How do you think my team respond when I say like we're gonna fucking crush this area like this?
Yeah.
How do you think they respond?
Yeah, but
They're like,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, and like I said with
Done that
JP and
before.
Dan, and like I said earlier, like JP and Daniel, they're out there now doing seminars, translating my programs without me even asking, because they're enrolled in my vision.
Yeah. I don't have many team meetings with them enough. Well, at all.
Are you waiting to have a big enough team to start team meetings?
No, I haven't enjoyed them sometimes. I don't know. I just.
Well, because you got the wrong people there.
Yeah.
Because you know they're not buying into, if you know you just shared your vision like you were at the start here about the evolution project, and you knew they were going to respond and look up to you and be like, wow, Bambi eyes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love those meetings then?
Yeah, no.
So you're not fulfilling yourself. So you're purposely not fulfilling yourself in business because you're working with the wrong people,
Yeah.
and you're abdicating out of fear, not delegating out of mentorship and abundance, right?
Yeah, I think it's right.
You can't, it's all about uncomfortable conversations, and
It is.
you can't grow on the profit level and on the financial structure, and you're not going to grow on the culture either. You missed it, we talked about structure versus culture earlier.
Yeah.
Like we can put the systems and the structure in. People think structure leads culture, but it doesn't. If you have the wrong people, there's no culture there, like the energy, the feeling, people are inspired, you're going to try and box them into a structure. So we'll just do this checklist, or just do this. And they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
This is why so many large companies are so ineffective,
That
because
does
they've
happen.
got a load of people who aren't fulfilled, doing jobs they hate, and they have to hire so many managers then to whip the people that don't want to do the work, because they're like slaves. But if you switch that culture around, you
That
become
has
so
happened.
efficient.
I've done stuff that I thought they'd love to do, and they
Well,
just
you
don't
could-
do it, and I'm like,
But when you have the people that are enrolled in the culture,
Yeah.
you'll get better ROI from 3 team members who are enrolled in the vision
yeah,
than you will with 7 coaches who don't want to be there.
yeah,
The 3 will become 10 times more powerful because they'll just fucking run with it.
yeah,
They'll be doing shit and coming to you. Like, oh, I went out and I approached like 6 businesses, or I put on this seminar, or
Yeah.
I've secured a place for us to do a thingy here. Is that okay?
yeah,
And you're like, yeah. And then you're like, hey, can I give you more money?
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, that's awesome. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. They're not entitled to it. They
Yeah.
want to provide value, and then they know, when they do know, you will compensate them for it.
Yeah.
Because you're rewarding them on core values now,
Yeah.
not for turning up.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. I
Right.
think that's where the thing is. People are looking at me saying, "But I've got you these 5 clients. I spoke to them in class. Where's my money for it?" And that's sitting wrong with me as well. I'm almost resisting completely now.
And it's a shame because I've been there, and I know like you're sitting on a gold mine that's waiting to explode, but you can't because you're holding the weeds in place. You're letting them growth, and it may be a bit esoterical or whatever, but I think it's practical. It's usually like we think we need to get something or track something. We usually just need to let something go for big breakthroughs to happen at this level. At the first stage of business, like 0 to 10K, you have to go and get things. You have to go and put your ads in, put your offers in, build the blocks. At this point, it's letting things go, refining and leaning down. And there's nothing wrong, don't feel bad or guilty about this. You're simply going to say, this is the vision the company's taking. You can own up with full responsibilities. Look, in the beginning, I wasn't responsible enough to understand these concepts. Like, that's on me. Same thing when we've paid people the wrong amount. We have to go back and say, look, we have to change the pay structure. That's totally on me for making some financial steps. But now we have to do this or everyone's going to suffer. So it could be like, I did not lay out a clear enough vision, or I've tolerated some things, and now I know exactly who I want and who needs to be on this team. And it's just like, this is how it's going to be right now. I appreciate everything you've done, but this is my company and this is the way it needs to go now. And if that's not in line, we had this talk last week with a team, with a new business I've acquired, right? So the first thing I do is like, who's in on this, right? And you lay out the vision to them, and we ask them, what do you guys think of that? It was on a Zoom call. One of them is like, and it was the one person that the owners knew would respond well, was like, it sounds amazing, that sounds cool, what can we do first, how can we start? Another trainer on there was like, not saying anything. The one we thought would not like the news. You know, and we just follow up with them later. We're like, hey, you didn't say much, you know, you didn't seem that enthusiastic. We're like, look, if this is not for you, it's fine. We're both evolving in different directions. You want this, and we're going this way. Nothing's in vain. Like you've served me well. I'm sure my company has served you well up to this point. At the fucking £30 outrageous an hour you're probably paying them for babysitting clients, right? And just be like, you know, so we both got what we need. We had to do it to this point. But now it has to be this way. And if you're not on board, we'll part as friends. I totally love everything you've done for us, and I'll do anything for you in the future you need, a reference, help, you know, like whatever. I'll be there as a friend for you.
Do you mind coming and doing this with my team?
20% equity, right?
Piss off, there's the door.
So it really is the uncomfortable conversations.
So, are you suggesting to do this with the whole team? Maybe do like a okay, cool, sounds good.
Not your manager, you.
I'll tell you what to do though.
You lay out your vision unapologetically, not considering what they're going to think. You lay it out. And it's like, you're a fuck yes or you're a fuck no.
And I need to raise the issue that because they're asking me about the pay, I need to bring that up as well. So that's
well, you won't need to, because this is gonna. If you do that, you're gonna threaten them. They're gonna go to threat, right? Which they're already in. It just needs to come to the core. This is where we're going now and who this is for. And I'm sorry that I've now kind of only made that clear. I own that. I take responsibility for that, but I have to do this now. Because that's going to make the problem. The people that are not in line with it are the ones that'll take their pay problems elsewhere. They'll take out the trash with them. And they'll take shitty clients out with them too, by the way. You'll probably have a few clients who are like politicking a little bit around those two trainers.
Oh god,
They'll leave and they'll take 5-10 new clients with them. But you can't stress for that either, because they're just taking out the trash.
Sure of that, definitely.
And your culture will be so much better now. It's hard because the finances will take a hit, only short term, because you'll replace those spots with people that will love it more, pay you for longer, upsell more, give you better reviews, and give you more work fulfillment.
I wonder if this is going to cover the question that they directly asked me, which is like, when are we going to get paid? And one guy has sort of said, like, you know, if we're not, then it's probably, you know, I should probably think about something else, which is fine.
Well, unless you've like really mistreated them, or like you haven't paid them
no,
for
they
anything.
have amazing money, they have amazing job culture, like, everyone's really happy. They just
It's greedy.
They
They don't want to share in your expenses of your business, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Don't share
that's-
risk.
They don't understand the, sort of, the cost as well of getting a client.
Because again, they're solopreneur minded, not employee minded.
Yeah,
We have people on solopreneur contracts,
yeah,
semantically, but they're
Yeah.
employee minded people. So
Yeah.
we go and recruit them from LA Fitness and things like
so
that.
we kind of bring it up with that.
Or internally, your
Yeah.
best clients will be internal.
Yeah.
Your best team members will be mostly clients, because we brought in a certification business
Yeah.
now as well. We certify a
Yeah,
90-day apprenticeship of £2,500
yeah,
to go through to actually get a level 2 or 3 cert and then become
Yeah.
a qualified trainer for us.
yeah.
And from our client base, it works out really well.
I think
So
that's such a good idea what you said, like, you know, and it's overdue, and I need to do it every, at least a couple of months, have a big team meeting with them.
look, gyms have the big problem because they attract the wrong clients.
Mm.
So they have a very big churn rate and a big revolving door expensive acquisition cost. The same way most boutique gyms, you have the wrong team members working for you.
Yeah,
And you're also, because they're entitled to an old school pay structure of £25 an hour, which was designed for a trainer who was going to be self-employed renting space off a big box David Lloyd gym. So they could pay $700 a month. That was all worked out on the basis that they're going to pay about £700 a month and have a certain number of clients, you know, traffic in the gym coming to them,
yeah,
for them to be able to do an average of 5 hours a day of work, make £100 to £200 a day, and easily afford the cost of the gym. The gym being a fucking multi-million pound
yeah,
that can afford that low cost, right? Because they're putting a trainer on spaces unused.
yeah,
That's a payroll model that was designed for that structure. You have a new school model of boutique gym, a small business, a startup, you know, with small groups and boot camps, which is not personal training. And we're trying to adapt an old school pricing structure for a different business into our new thing, and that's the only thing holding you guys back.
yeah,
You see that, like when you bring that payroll structure in, you're going to attract the people who think they're entitled to it.
Yeah.
Our trainers don't get paid more than £8 an hour because they're on, you know, £8 to £10 because they're on like, you know, £1,100 to £1,200 a month for a 40-hour work week. Coaching, training is just one of their tasks they have to do. They also have to post in the groups. They have to do all the stuff you can't get your guys to do
yeah,
because they think they're turning up to. It's like we have team members, not coaches, right? It's
Yeah.
like if you work in Costa Coffee, you're not only paid if you serve coffee. You
Yeah.
got to stock the fridge,
exactly right.
sweep the floor, lock up and do the numbers, right? And the cash taking.
Yeah,
So do our guys. So
Yeah.
coaching sessions is just like 15 hours a week of their tasks.
yeah,
They've got attending team meetings, they've got their own personal study, they have to read books and give us book reviews, and they have to present back to the rest of the team. They have to do content, they have to do all this stuff.
yeah.
And if they don't do any one of those things, they're not honouring their contract, and you're not going to pay them.
Yeah, definitely.
You turned up your sessions, you did that, you did the closing, you wore your uniform, great. You didn't post twice a week in the Facebook group, mate.
That's
They're not
exactly.
paying you.
I have that every week. I'm like, can you guys just do something on social media? And they're just like, well, you know, it's not what I like doing.
They
Because
don't
I didn't
see
make
it.
it clear in the first day. Now I'm trying to change this culture.
There
And they're
is
like,
that,
"That's
but
not what
again, even if you had made it clear on the first day, they would have then been confused because it's not what they're used to.
Yeah.
They're solopreneur-minded people that think, I deserve to do a session and get paid for a session.
And that's it. Right.
Team members, employee-minded people would not have that. Man, you don't go and work in Costa Coffee. I know because I used to work in Costa
I
Coffee.
think you're going to get paid for
Or
coffee.
Pizza Hut. I'm not there thinking like, yeah, stock the fridge? Fuck you. I'm here to serve, I'm a barista. Look, I have a barista on my top. With my £6.70 an hour, bitch, right?